boys and girls, I'm back again. Today, on Tuesday, we're going to talk about comparing and ordering decimals. Now, you guys have a heads up on this, so this really is kind of a review because you did a lot of this when we compared and ordered fractions because you turned your fractions into decimals. So we're going to go over just a few steps of this, and then you're going to work on some practice of your own. So first, we're going to work on comparing decimals. Now remember, to compare numbers, you can use your greater than, less than, or equal to, or sometimes, so you have your greater than, less than, equal to, or sometimes you see a symbol like this, which means that they are not equal, okay? So if I had two decimals, if I had 0.31, and I'm going to, let me see, compare this decimal to 0.315. The first thing that you have to remember is you have to line your decimals up and make sure they have the same number of digits. Looking at these two decimals, a lot of you might pick this one. Some of you, sometimes that works out okay for you, sometimes it doesn't. So the number one rule is remembering to line them up and use the same, add your magic zero for the same number of digits. So for example, 0.31, 0.315. If you add your magic zero here, now they have the same number of digits, and you can see that 310 thousandths and 315 thousandths, you can see that 315 is greater. So 331 is less than, 31 hundredths is less than 315 thousandths. Another example might be if you have 32 and 14 thousandths compared to 32 and 100th. Again, you want to line those decimals up, so 32 and once you have them lined up, you want to add a magic zero. So your whole numbers are the same. Here you have 14 thousandths and 10 thousandths. So this decimal is going to be larger, and you can add your sign. Okay? What if you had this, boys and girls? What if you had 0.5 and you compared that to 1? How would you line this up? Because the 1 doesn't have a decimal. If you have a whole number, the decimal is always to the right of it. So the way you would line this up would be 0.5. Your 1 would go here and your decimal would be here. To make sure that you have the same number of digits, you would add your magic zero. Your 1 whole is larger, and then you can use your sign. Okay? The next thing we're going to go into is ordering decimals. Now, you ordered decimals a lot when we did fractions, so this should be a breeze. Okay, so if you were given 1.24, say these are the decimals that you are given. You know, the very first thing that you do is line them up. So you have 1.24 1.46, 1.3, 1.5, and 2. And notice that 2 is just a whole number, so it goes here, and your decimal goes right after. So you have this one, you have to add your magic zeros to make sure they have the same number of digits, and then you can look at your numbers. And you're going to number them in order, and we're going to say this one is greatest to least. Okay, so if I look at this, I have 1.24, 1.46, 1.30, 1.50, 2.00. So 2 wholes is going to be my first, which is my greatest. Then if I keep looking, I have 1.50, that comes in second. I look for my next one, which is 1.46, that's third. Then my very next one's going to be 1.3, which is in fourth place. And then 1.24 comes in fifth place. Now, boys and girls, when you write these, when you put these in order, you cannot add your magic zeros. So if I was going to write these in my answer box here, in order from greatest to least, I would write 2, comma. My second one's going to be 1.5, comma. Going up here to my third place, 1.46, comma. My fourth place, remember, don't add your magic zero, 1.3, comma. And in fifth place is going to be 1.24. So again, boys and girls, this right here is easy because you did this a lot when you ordered fractions. Remember to work hard on your class kick. If you need help on one, remember you can raise your hand on there and we will get back with you with a message. Or you can meet with us during our office hours tomorrow or have your parents send us a class dojo. Work hard.